I'm calling out all the parents. If you're a parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid. I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions. And 7 times today, I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit. And mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to sit right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it. What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing that's heart-wrenching is horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski Yee. Your daughters, your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music, and they are asking me, can we hear Pound?
Oh, wow. Wow.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I'm so scared for these little girls today because this is the most insane agenda push I have ever seen in my life. We do freeze dance. You guys' daughters are twerking at 5. Where's the parenting? Where's the boundaries? Where's the help? Y'all are not helping your kids. You're hurting them. You guys are hurting them. I come every day dressed, ready to go, and I'm in school too. I'm in college. I mean, I put bows in my hair. I'm wearing leotards. I'm trying to get them interested in like proper things for their age, and you guys are exposing your kids to this raunchy secular music. Why is you guys' 5-year-old daughters singing Pound Town? And it's just really, 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 it's upsetting.
For those of you who don't know what Pound Town is, many of us have heard the lyrics where she goes, my front end is pink, the back end is brown. And she's basically using the vulgar language, except she says booty hole for the back. My blank is pink, my booty hole brown. That's what Pound Town go to. And so I got some comments on this I'll give at the end.
Upsetting. And I feel so bad. And I watch different techniques. Soft skills, soft parenting, gentle parenting. I'm patient. I don't yell. I'll say, hey, let's regroup. If you guys need 5 minutes, let's do some breathing. Your kids are telling me to shut up. You guys' kids are saying, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. You're not my mom. They're putting they're hitting each other and hitting other kids. You address the parent. The parents are telling you, you don't tell my daughter what to do. It's not that bad. Well, at least she was in the class. At least. It's all these excuses. Y'all come in and you're more worried about what's going on your Instagram and TikTok feed versus being a parent. Be a parent. You guys are horrible parents. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but this generation of some of the mom, not all, but majority that I've dealt with kids that are between the ages of 5 and 4 and 3, you guys don't parent your children at all. They have no basic comprehension skills. They can't sit still. No attention span. They're hitting people. They can't talk. They can't communicate. They don't even know how to say, like, I want to go to the bathroom. If you ask them a question, they're rude, nasty, horrible attitudes at 5, and they want to hear Pound Town. What are you guys doing with your kids? Because I have never in my life experienced something so horrible. I literally don't even want to teach ballet to you guys' kids anymore because they are so hard to work and deal with. And I literally see why the teachers are quitting and your kids are getting expelled and kicked out, because it's no way, it is literally no way that this is happening. And you guys don't see any issue with it. I tell you, your kid hit someone, and you're saying, well, what the did the little bitch do to my daughter to make her want to hit? Nothing. Literally nothing. Your daughter just decides she wants to put her hands on people, and you don't correct her. You're yelling at me, asking me, why does she feel like she wants to hit? What parenting is happening? You guys are worried about seafood boils and dates and like partying and being a hot mom. You guys are shitty moms, and it needs a change. Stop listening to Sexy Red around your children. Talk to your kid, interact with them, teach them, listen to them, teach them to respect authority. Don't say you don't have to listen to anyone unless they're me. Your kids are so horrible and hard to deal with, and I'm blaming the parents because they have horrible guidance, and it needs to be a change. And I'm asking, can somebody's mom stitch me and say like what the holdup is? What is the issue? Why are you listening to raunchy music around your kids? Why is it that you have to deal with certain people and be rude about it? Why can nobody correct your kid or help them get on a better track? And why do you guys approve and applaud bad behavior? Why? Because I'm telling you, all the teachers that are good and have genuine interest in building your kid, I want to help them. I want to help these little girls realize that they're precious, that they have purpose, that they're beautiful, that they're smart and intelligent, and that they can be somebody. I don't want to see little 5-year-olds trying to twerk to Pound Town. And you guys think that it's cute. And I'm coming on here because it needs to be a change. So please tell me, as an educator, a teacher, and I'm just a ballet teacher. I'm not a regular trained institutional teacher. I'm teaching 5-year-olds ballet, and these are all the problems starting now, and it's no change happening. So what needs to be done and happen to fix this issue? Please, somebody tell me, somebody make it make sense, because I'm telling you, I'm this close to quitting and saying I'd never want to work with people's kids again, because this has been the most horrible experience. Literally, I've never dealt with an experience like this. Listening to raunchy music around your kids needs to stop. Applauding bad behavior needs to stop. Not giving your kid your attention but throwing an iPad at them or a tablet because you don't want to parent needs to stop. I'm coming on here and I'm begging you guys, I'm asking you to really please make a change. Make a change. Your kids' lives are depending on it for y'all to make a change. Please make a change.
All right. So this is my first time. I've seen a smaller portion of this video, but it was so engaging that I wanted to just continue to watch the rest of it. I don't know if she'll see this video because she's not, a large content creator, but if there's somebody who knows her channel, please get this video to her so that I could speak directly to her. Dear, there are two different things happening at once, right? So you're a ballet teacher, and it sounds as if you're a ballet teacher in an area where the children could really use some redirection, right? However, If you're not up for that task, then you're going to have to do what it is that you know how to do somewhere else where it's a little bit easier. Because if you want to work with those types of children, that is what it is. I don't know if maybe you had the grand idea to want to go into the inner city or in the hood and help the children who need it the most. But what is it that you're going to help them with? Because you're like, stop effing listening to this. You're a horrible mother. You're this. Listen, this is the reality of the type of parent that they are. How do you work within that system? Because you have to remember, these children view that as normal. They're looking to listen to Pound Town because the person whom they love the most is playing this song around them. This is their world. How do you enter into their world and give them the help that they need? And it's not by judging their mother. It's not by judging them. And it's not by being devoid of the ability to, I don't want to say wrangle them, but not having the ability to corral their attention, to command the attention, to be able to redirect them, to be able to speak to them sternly. How do you think their mothers talk to them? I'm not saying that you have to go there and be that way in front of the children, but you're going to have to be able to be like, listen, stop this now. And there has to be some sort of way for there to be repercussions for the children's actions. Listen, take it out of your mind that you're going to have the parents' help. You've already seen that you're not going to have the parents' help. So then, how do you, within the structure of what is possible, how do you help those little girls, right? Maybe you don't want to listen to Pound Town in the class. However, the classical music is probably not going to cut it. You may have to think about ways to innovate to be able to meet them where it is that they are. I have seen ballet dancers who have combined, what do you call this? They've combined line dancing. What do you call the Irish thing? The clog dancing or whatnot. They've combined it into a way that it is now hip hop ballet, etc. If you are looking for an easy time, if you are looking for people who are going to appreciate what it is that you do, there may need to be a paywall. You may need to go to a place that charges the parents because some of these parents are looking for free babysitting after school. If a parent is tossing an iPad, as you say, tossing an iPad at their child because they don't want to deal with them, please understand that they're probably in your after school ballet because, like you said, the mother has some seafood boil she wants to go to. She's looking at her Instagram feed and her nails. You have to remember, number one, these social media platforms are very addictive. Like you said, there's an agenda that's out there pushing a certain type of music. I remember last week I saw something. Let me see if I can pull it up for you all right now. Okay, so let's pull this up on the screen right here. Okay. So Kanye West is under fire for creating a lyric saying, I can't be anti Semitic because he effed a Jewish bee, right? And there's a certain community that is now wanting to cancel him, wanting to take away his ability to be able to have a voice, etc. Right? You have to remember these very same people are at the heads of the music companies that are pushing out a lot of these poisons and toxic music into our community. However, Kanye says this, and then now all of a sudden they want to cancel him after they have been allowing for decades of denigrating music, denigrating Black women to be pushed onto mainstream. So when this young lady is sitting here talking about how distraught she is, right? Of course, yes, you're distraught. But you have to remember what it is that you're up against, and you have to figure out whether or not you're up to the task. Because if you're not, then you can take your talents to another school where there's a paywall for your services. But if you want to help those kids, you have to meet them where they are. Because remember, and believe it or not, these kids are going to grow. And these are the kids who are going to be taking up space in society. They're going to be the ones who are running around and doing whatever it is that they're going to be doing 10 years from now. So you have a real chance to create an impact. However, you have to be a little innovative and see how is it that I'm going to create this impact among this particular group of children, because that is what you're up against. And I would say lead with compassion. I don't know where it is that you came from, because I know that I am from the hood. I am. And so when I walk among these children, my heart breaks for them. My impetus, my inclination is not to curse the parents out and to separate myself from them, but to say, there but for the grace of whatever go I. If I had not had different influences around me, who or what would I have been? And I am saying that you have a real chance to make a difference right now. But you have to decide how and why it is that you're doing this. Why? Are you just coming there because you're expecting some children who are indoctrinated into toxicity to all of a sudden turn around and see, first of all, if they're 5 years old, what do they know about Princess Tiana? Princess Tiana was what, 15 years ago? How long ago was Princess Tiana? This is what I'm saying. We are in a battle. This is war, girl. And you have to go pull up your inner continence and not come at it from a place of shame, like I am this and you are that. You see things this way, so I'm right and you're wrong. That's not the attitude to go there trying to help these children. You specifically sought out those children. Why? Because they look like you. They have a different culture than you do. They have different goals and they have different things that are important to them. They have different struggles. They are a different place on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So if you're going to seek out those particular children, what is it that you are going to do to be able to help those children? Maybe you need to work with a psychologist, a life coach, a sociologist at ways that you can devise a curriculum that is healthy to guide them to where it is that they want to go, as well as being able to fortify yourself to be the leader that's going to spearhead them to where it is that they want and need to be. Because whether you're there or not, 10 years from now, these kids are going to be 15. So, yes, I understand that there are challenges, but know that you're on your own. The parents are not going to assist. So, now what is it that you do without their assistance? How do you speak with authority to these children and bring them together? Because let me ask you a question. Debbie Allen teaches ballet. Do you think Debbie Allen would be on the computer crying about what's happening with these kids? No, Debbie Allen is going to clap her hands real loud and say, "Come on now over here, little girl. Let's get this together." And she's going to be like, 1, 2, 3. And if there are particular kids, listen, because you're not a babysitter, if there are particular kids that are not going to be able to function and work in that environment, if there's one particular girl who is going around hitting people, maybe since they are on school grounds, maybe you can work with the school psychologist to be able to get somebody to sit down with that girl, because goodness knows, because if the mother is coming there and saying, what did that little bee do to her? Imagine what's going on in that girl's house. Remember, she's a product of her environment. So how do you, like, if you're going to be the one to want to help these children, I mean, think about it. You know how white people are going over to Africa every chance they get to be able to build wells and teach children and do all of these things? Imagine if we heard one of them talk about, oh my God, these African children, what's going on with them? Why are they not doing things this way? Because that is not their way. So if you are going to work with these children, you have to figure out, how do you fit into their world? How do you find common ground and slowly bring them into your world? Because trust and believe, I had people who reached their hand back to help me. I am the woman that I am today because there were certain teachers that took an interest. There were some teachers that thought I was a lost cause. Listen, I had some things happen to me when I was a little girl that changed my perspective on life. And listen, before I even left my parents' house, I mean, many of us in many families as little girls, we had things happen to us. And so we act out and we behave in certain ways. Why? Because that is how we know how to behave with the tremendous amount of sophisticated levels of trauma that are happening and have happened to us. So what is it that you do? How do you show up? How do you deal with these children in their world? And this right here, This isn't going to get you the result that you want. If you want to go teach at another school, go teach at another school. But if you want to teach at that one, you'd have to figure out how. Because this is the truth of the world that we are living in today. All right. Somebody's saying some people don't want help. Yeah, some people don't want help. But if you're in that environment, how do you help the ones who do? And the thing is that a child does not have the ability to consent on whether or not they do or don't want help. If they are in the education system and they are in your program, they are there for the help. So then what do you do? Yeah, some parents don't want help. That's fine. The parents are a different story. But you're talking to the children who still have a chance. And from what it is that I'm hearing, sounds like some of these parents are very young. Some of them may have a chance, but they're adults. Remember, you have to remember that the children's minds are not fully formed yet. How do you interact with them in such a way while their mind is still forming that you can meet them where they are and pull them to where you are? But from where it is that you are, the vessel that this is coming from, girl, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Be a part of the live show with thousands of other viewers. Go to TonyaTKO.com/text and join the text notification squad and get a text whenever I go live. Support the show and yourself, and I'll see you on the next live broadcast.